Open your book to page 391. This lesson is on graphing inequalities. So when you graph with the inequalities in the plane, you have the line this over here. This is the boundary line. So if you look at the figure 28, so this is the boundary line, and then you have the shading part. So this is called a half plane, and this is another half plane. And the way to do that is just go through. Let me go through the example with you. So let's go to example 1. Example 1, it says graph the inequality 2x minus 3y is less than 6. So what you want to do first is that you want to treat this as an equal. So you make the x and the y. So treat this as an equal to find some points on the boundary. So if you take x equal to 0, so you're going to get y equal to -2. Then you set y equal to 0. You can treat this as an equal because you're looking for the point on the boundary line. So x equal to 3. So now when you're going to graph, so the first point is 0, -2. So 0, -2 over here. Now this one does not have an equal. So what you're going to have is you're going to have an open circle. Okay, so that means this point is not part of your answer. Okay, so there's an empty spot over here. Next one is 3, 0. Okay. Now again, if you have an inequality like this, or it's not equal, this one you're going to get dashed lines. If you have a greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, or equal, you're going to get solid lines. Okay. So again, when you have a little equal over here, that means the point on the line is part of your answer, so it'll be solid. When you don't have the little equal, that means the point on the line is not part of your answer. So always a lot of open circles. Okay. And so over here, again, so this is going to give you dashed lines. Now the reason you have to do this is because with inequality, there are infinite number of answers. So that's why you have to do the shading. Okay. So now, after you draw the line, you want to choose a testing point. You can choose any testing point that is not on the line. So choose easiest point. So easiest point to choose is this point right over here. You want to test if this point is good or not good. So this is 0, 0, right? So you put in here, so you're going to get 0 minus 0 is less than 6. So 0 less than 6. So this is good. This is true. So if this point is good, that means everything on this side is good. Okay, so that means every point, all the points on this side are part of your answer. So any point, again, there are infinite number of points. So all the points on this side, see all those dots, all those are part of your answer. But because there's no way to, get every single dot, that's why you do the shading. Okay, let's go to example 2. You want to graph 3x plus 4y is less than or equal to -12. Okay, so you can make your table to get the intercept points. So if you let x equal to 0, so this is gone. So divide by 4, so y equal to -3. Okay, now you go and let y equal to 0, so it's right. 0 is nothing, right? So it's gone. Divide by 3, you're going to get x equal to -4. Right? So you can get your intercept points, and then after that you go ahead and get a graph line, the axis. So you got 0 and -3. So 0, -3 is right over here. So 1, 2, 3. So that's, again, this is going to be closed circle, dot, because there's a little equal right over here. So it's going to be a closed circle. Over here, you don't have a little equal, so it's an open circle, and it's dashed line. Okay? That means the point on the dashed line is not part of your answer. Next one is -4, 0. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So -4, 0. Okay, and so you're going to get a line. Okay. So after you draw the line, right? So you have to figure out which half is the answer. So again, you choose any point as your testing point. Okay. any point that is not on the line. Okay, so I'm going to choose 0, 0. So if I make x, so choose this point, that's the easiest point. You can choose any point. The next best choice would be 1, 1. The reason you want to choose 1, 1 is in case if you substitute in the wrong place, you will be still okay. Okay. So 0, 0, so you're going to get 0 is less than or equal to negative 12. So that is not true. Right? 0 is less than negative number, that's not true. So this is not true. That means this side is no good. So your answer would be this side over here. You share in the part that is true or it's good. So this point is no good. That means everything on this side is no good. So your answer would be all the points on this side, including the line. Now let's go to example 3. You want to graph x plus 4 is less than 0. In this case, there's only one variable. So when you have only one variable, you can solve. See over here, when you have two variables, but with only one inequality, you cannot solve. So this one you can go and solve. So minus 4 on both sides. So you got x is less than negative 4. Now remember, when x equal to a number, okay, you're going to have a vertical line, right? So when you graph, again, treat this as an equal, so you're going to get negative 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. When x equal to a number, you're going to get a vertical line. And this one will give you the dashed line, right? Because there's no equal, so you're going to get dashed line. Okay? Now, next thing, again, we can do the testing point, 0. Use 0, 0 as your point. So this case, x equal to 0. So you got 0 is less than negative 4. Okay, again, use this as your testing point. So is this true? Well, this is not true, right? So this point is no good, not true. So this point is not true, so it means your answer is on this side. And which makes sense, right? Less than is on this side. Greater than is on this side, right? Greater than is on here. So x is all the points that's less than negative 4. So less than is on this side. So all these points are your answers. So you just go and draw the line. You don't want to draw the dots. I just do that so you can understand what I'm doing. So just do the shading, just like that. Okay, let's go to example 4. Example 4, you want to graph 2y minus 5x is greater than or equal to 0. So you can go and make a table for x and the y. So do the x and the y. Now if you let x equal to 0, then you divide by 2, y is still going to get 0. So you got 0, 0. That means you have to get another point. So obviously you cannot do like before. You cannot do this with, choose 0, you get number, choose 0, you get number, right? This one, both are 0. So you have to choose another point. And another point to choose is, remember, in this case, remember you want to crisscross the number. So you want to let x equal to like 2, right? See, over here is 5 and 2, right? So try to crisscross the number. So if you let x equal to 2, right? So you got 2. Again, treat this, when you're looking for a point on a boundary, treat this as an equal. So minus 5 times 2 is equal to 0. So you got 2y minus 10 equal to 0. So plus 10 plus 10. So 2y equal to 10 divided by 2 divided by 2. So y equal to 5. Right? So you can notice the reason you want to choose the 2 because the number will cross. See, you got 2, negative 5, right? So you end up with, so y is 2, so it becomes 5. X is negative 5, it becomes 2, but the sign is opposite. So that's how you get a nice number without getting a messy number. Okay? If you just let x equal to 1, it's going to get a messy number. So there's a reason for doing the crisscrossing. Okay? Okay, so now let's go and do the graphing. So first point is 0, 0. Next point is 2, 5. So you go 1, 2. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right over here. And this is equal, so you just draw that, right? Okay. So now we'll do the testing point. Again, your best choice is 0, 0. But remember, you cannot choose a point on a line, right? So this one is no good. My next choice would be 1, 1. Because the reason I say that earlier is that if you 1, you can just substitute without how to think about, okay, which is x, which is y. So when you substitute in here, you're going to get 2 times 1 minus 5 times 1 is greater than or equal to 0. So you got 2 minus 5 is greater than or equal to 0. So negative 3 is greater than or equal to 0. So that's false. So this is not true. So if this is not true, that means this point is not true. So this point is no good. That means this half is no good. So the part that is good is this. And when you're doing the shading, right, try to draw the line perpendicular to, try to do the shading perpendicular to that. And you don't have to draw it, too much, just kind of draw a few lines, and that would be your answer. So that means all the points on this side is part of your answer. Okay? So you can use a testing point to find out which part is true, which part is false. So you can, over here, this point is no good, right? It's false. That means the other side is good. And that's how you do the shading.